What am I passionate about? I'm passionate about impacting people. How do I want to impact people? So I'm a day trader, and I have a business where I mentor people, and I teach them basically how to make money on their phone.
You want to impact people financially?
Financially, correct. But also mentality. I'm really big on mindset as well. Because you need that. You need a good mentality to do anything. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video, man. This video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Thinking about doing a social experiment. I'm sitting here in front of this club right now. A lot of people are walking by, and we're just gonna see how many people we can get to really just interact with the videos. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask them to pick 1 through 20. I got a list of questions right here, right? So I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna ask them about a question. It's gonna be something random. They might not even have an answer for it. And I'm gonna say 1 through 20, they're gonna say the number, and I'm going to sit here and I'm gonna read it to them, and hopefully they have an answer. If not, then maybe they can give me another number and I can answer that question. You just never know who you need to meet. You never know, you know what I'm saying? Their situation or whatnot. So I think you just gotta put yourself out there. You gotta put yourself in a position to be able to be bold enough to do what other people aren't doing. There's no one else sitting here looking to interact with people. I have a list of questions, 1 through 25.
All right, all 25?
Pick a number. No, you just pick a number.
7, lucky number 7.
Number 7, chat. You a Ronaldo fan?
It's lucky number 7.
Okay.
I'm not really a Ronaldo fan. I'm more of Mbappe.
Mbappe? Okay. My roommate loves Ronaldo. That's why I was asking, because his number is number 7.
Yeah,
so that's why I was asking. All right, what do you wish that you were better at in life? And if you want to, we can go vice versa. What do you wish you were better at, or what do you feel like you're best at?
Locking in. My biggest thing is I have so many ambitions, so many different things I want to follow, and I will get 25% of the way with those things and never follow through 100%. And I feel like if I was able to follow 100%, it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
I would be in a different part of my life.
Yeah.
But it's definitely just that 25% I can never get past.
What do you think keeps you in that 25% though?
Uncertainty.
Of success or results or what?
Yeah, all of that. Yep. I feel like it's a comfortability aspect. You know, like I'm where I am right now and it's comfortable. And then when I pursue those things, I'm not sure if it's gonna lead me where I want it to lead me.
Okay.
And I feel like if I fail, it's gonna put me down. So I just stay where I'm at instead of taking that risk and going up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you think if someone else was listening to that perspective? Like, I'm scared to take this risk, you know, or maybe even just a letter to yourself in 2026. What would you say?
Just go for it.
Just go for it?
Just go for it. I mean, if you right now I have a stable job, you know, I'm able to pay my bills.
Right.
I'm not doing bad whatsoever. I don't need to quit my job to follow a certain career that I'm looking for, which is actually what I'm doing right now. My buddy's starting a marketing business, and we're going to pursue that together.
Dope.
And so I don't need to quit my job. That's something I can pursue while still having that full-time job. There's avenues you can take to follow that path you want to where you won't end up at rock bottom. You can still stay where you are and take that risk, so that way you either go up or you just stay where you're at and then try a different avenue.
So what's something that you are holding back from taking a risk on? I know you say you're an ambitious guy. So if there was a project you're like, I want to do this, but I'm just holding back because I don't know the results, what would that project be?
Probably be full-time videography.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very saturated market and everybody's doing it. Everybody's got a camera, everybody's trying it out.
Exactly.
And you just gotta stick out, be different, be creative. So I'll hold back from those that I want to pursue and do something that's easy to pursue. Like I'm applying for a fire department right now because that's easy to get into, and then you can, in the meantime, try those things out and see if they work because you get 4 days off. So, but it's certain things that you would have to go all in on.
Okay.
But I know you do day trading, right?
Correct.
Yeah. How did you get past that? Because that's something that you have to take that risk on. That's a big risk. Yeah.
You know, for myself, whenever I first got into it, I was like, what is this going to cost me? And I realized it's going to cost me time, it's going to cost me money. The thing is that doing anything else is going to cost me time and money anyway. So if it's something that I can put back into myself and it can make me a lot of money, I'm going to be using the same 5 years or the same 3 years anyway. Yep. So how am I going to use that? And then if I'm going to be using maybe the same money on shoes or clothes or maybe even other courses and other stuff, like what can I do to actually expand it?
Let me ask you this. When it comes to the failure, how do you get past that?
When it comes to the failure, I realized my why. I think everyone should start with their why. Why are you doing what you do anyway? And I realized my why is because I want to be able to create a life for myself that I didn't always have.
Okay, I like that.
And so that's what keeps me going. Anytime I fail, I'm like, okay, why did we start this again? That's right. That's what we're going for. That's the target.
Yeah, that goal that you just keep in the back of your mind right there. So
Exactly.
Even though you fail, you're like, I'm still going to get to that.
Exactly.
I get you.
And that's why I'm like, yeah, we got to keep going. We got to keep pushing. So, well, smooth, man. Smooth, man. Go ahead and tell them who you are. I realized I didn't even get that yet.
Corey Brown from Dallas, Texas. You can find me on Instagram at cowboy.av. I do videography. Just check out my page.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and check him out. Put his Instagram right there.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and give him a follow, man.
Thank you very much.
Boom. All right, y'all. Who do I got with me?
My name's Malone. I'm from Dallas, Texas, 24.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell the people, man. What do you do?
I work for Lockheed Martin in the aerospace defense industry. I buy parts for fighters and air mobility aircraft. Yeah.
But I ain't never heard that position before.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Do you like how long you been doing it for?
Let's see. Before this, I worked for Boeing for 18 months doing the same role, and then now I've been at Lockheed for say 8 months now.
Okay. So it's still like fairly new and stuff like that?
Yeah, at Lockheed, yeah.
Okay. Bad. You already know how this goes. I'm going to ask him a question. Well, give me a number between 1 and 25.
We'll go 25.
25. All right. So the 25th question is, who haven't you seen or talked to in a minute that would brighten your day?
I'll probably say my grandpa. He's been a big inspiration for me. He flew in the Air Force, and then as an airline pilot, I think a big goal in my life is to go serve in the military in some capacity as a pilot. Something that I've really been exploring, and he's just kind of been a light during all of that. Was one of the first people to really encourage me and really push me towards that, and just kind of show that it's possible. He lives all the way up in Oregon. And he's getting older, he's getting up in age. He's almost 90 now, still kicking. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I went up there a couple months ago to help him with surgery, and still call him like once a month, try to make sure he's okay, whatnot. If I end up landing a position and I go through like OCS or in like UPT, that eventually like he would be able to be at graduation. But as time goes on, that's getting harder and harder to realize that. But just making him proud, just because he's invested a lot in me. I had a role where I was working with fertilizer for like plants, and I wasn't super happy with it. Found this role and started exploring the aviation path, and he was right there in my ear, just saying like, "Hey, like, look at it. Why don't you go for it?" And encouraged me to get my pilot's license, and that's actually how I ended up at Boeing. And then switch over to Lockheed to stay in the role, just supporting, I guess, like for the warfighters, like what they say.
So do you have like a quote or like a moment that you're like, this is like a staple moment for why he has such an impact like on your life?
I was actually working an internship in Wichita, doing fertilizer for a company up there, and I just realized I don't want to sit behind a desk the rest of my life. Okay. And I called my dad up, and he threw him on the phone call, and he was like, "Hey, why don't you leave flying? Like, either commercial or military, whatnot, just entertain it." And just that phone call stuck with me since then, and kind of has been driving me to figure it out and grow and work on that.
I appreciate you for sharing that, Will. I appreciate you for telling me the impact that he has in your life. Hopefully you do get to, have him be there when you walk across the stage and have that, that experience. Because I know that's very important to you. So tell the people, man, where can they find you at? On Instagram? You on socials or anything?
Yeah, it's Will Lane 25, all one word.
Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there, man. Go ahead and follow him on Instagram. And I appreciate you, man, for being a part.
Of course, thanks for the opportunity.
For sure, man. For
nice
sure.
to meet you.
All right, bet. What was your name?
Casey.
Casey. All right, bet, man. Elijah,
nice to meet you.
All right, so did I tell you what the concept is?
No idea.
All right, so the concept is I'm going to ask you 1 out of 25. You're going to give me a number.
Okay.
And whatever number you pick, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. First off, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell people who you are and what you do.
All right, my name is Casey Mays. Currently, I'm an account manager for a company called Tech Systems. Went to college, played baseball up in Michigan. Okay. Moved down to Dallas here a couple years ago.
What's the biggest difference you noticed from being here than where you were in college?
I think Texas is just a welcoming place. I think the people here are awesome. Love the South. So
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all hear it, chat. If you're not already in Texas, man, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and come out here. All right, so go ahead and give me a number, man. One
Man,
between 25. 3. All right, bet. Let's do it. What could you talk about for hours?
Man, I could talk about my passion for helping people get to where they want to get to. I think I've gone through a lot of things in my life where sometimes I had people there helping me and sometimes I didn't. So I just have a passion for being able to be that person that they can lean on when they're trying to get there.
Yeah.
So,
or do you feel like you're more of like a motivational speaker, or more of like how do you like to leave an impact on people?
I'd like to try to lead by example to the best of my ability, but also just share kind of what I've been through and give them perspective in their situations.
Yeah. Impacting people. So what is the most recent time that you've impacted somebody?
Yeah, so one of the guys that was up here with us was one of my coworkers, now one of my closest friends.
Okay.
I was in charge of kind of helping mentor him at our company. He kind of struggled early on, and I was just kind of in charge of making sure I keep his positivity up, making sure I keep his effort up.
Yeah.
And through that, we've become really, really close through that.
Love that. So. Love that. Wow. What a W guy, chat. What a W guy. All right, y'all. Go ahead and follow him on his Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. What is that?
Casey_Mays3.
Boom. All right, y'all. Go ahead and follow that. And I appreciate you for interviewing, man.
Appreciate you.
For sure, man. Sure, I got you. Elijah.
I like the watch, bro. Elijah?
Thank you.
I'm
Appreciate
Brian.
that, man. Brian?
Yeah, my name's Brian.
All right, chat. You ready?
This is dope that you're out here doing this.
Hey, man. I call it a social experiment.
Yeah. No,
so we're out here asking questions. Chat, they already tell you what the concept was?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you 1 through 25. Whatever number you say, I'm going to tell you a number, or I'm going to tell you a question to that number.
Okay.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the people what you do.
My name is Brian Fernando, and I own a marketing agency out here in the Colony, Texas.
Oh, are you the one that you're partnering with your boy? Y'all working
A little
together
bit,
on it?
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, bet. It's the CEO right there.
Yeah.
I see who I'm talking to right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a number, 1 through 25.
Dude, 23.
23. 23 is, what memory do you keep going back to?
What memory do I keep going back to? Childhood. There's like some type of childhood memories. I mean, there's multiple memories that I really go back to, honestly, but I think everyone goes back to 2016. I feel like 2016 was that year. That was the prime year. So I kind of go back to that. It was like that free-flowing year of like opportunity, thinking about like what I could be in life, where I could go, and like feeling like things were really going to start working out. Because that's when I started videography. That's when I picked up a GoPro. I really started doing stuff like this. I started filming content with my friends. And eventually I was like, I could really see the vision of where I could go. I mean, you probably see the same thing. Like when you're filming things like this, you're like, I can really see where I'm going.
Exactly.
You know? So that's where like I had that mindset shift was 2016. It was like that little area of memory where like I felt like I was really going to become something. Next year is going to be the 10-year anniversary of that.
Wow.
So we got 2026 coming up.
Yep.
And that means that could be another 2016.
Exactly.
But in like another light. So like eventually, you know, I think like 10 years later, what have you become? Like from 2016 to 2026, like what really has driven you to this point right now in life? I really like looking back in my life and like seeing where I've become, like what I've grown to. And like you kind of think about, like a lot of people think 5 years ahead in life. You're like, where are you at 5 years ahead in life?
Correct.
But you can't really think that far, but you're like, where do I want to go? Correct. But if you think 5 years in the past, you're like, oh my gosh, I was just getting started 5 years ago. And you're like, dude, all of this has changed in 5 years.
That's true.
Could you imagine what happens in the next 5 years? Yeah. Like, you can't think about the next 5 years, but you think backwards, and then you're like, oh my gosh, like all that has changed in those 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a valid point.
You think about it.
People do ask that question. That is ironically one of my questions. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And so to think back, you know, seeing how fast you've already gone through 5 years and how far you've come, that is something a lot of people don't think about.
That's where you got to start. When you think about where you're going to be in 5 years, you got to start thinking about the past first. You got to go back in the past 5 years. Where did you start? And where did you come to this point right now? And then eventually you understand how much growth you can have in those 5 years, and that shows you what you can do in the next 5 years. Exactly. 5 years can change your entire life. I started my marketing company after failing multiple businesses in the past 3 months ago. Like I started 3 months ago, and like this time I've taken God as the forefront of my business, and it's just been like insane. Like it's been completely different compared to all the other businesses. But I wouldn't consider every other business a failure. I'd consider those a lesson, and those have taught you. Like the things that you go through in life, they could be hardships, horrible things, obstacles, but eventually those little micro things lead you to where you're going to be in the future. They just build you up as a person. So that's what you think about. You got to think about the past, what you've built up to be the person you are today, and then eventually you realize how that's going to compound to the person you are going to be in the future.
Exactly.
So that's all it is, bro. That's all life is.
Man, I appreciate you for hopping on, dropping them gems. You know what I'm saying?
You, bro.
And if you guys want to give him a follow, go ahead and tell them what your Instagram is.
Yeah, so it's like livinglikebrian_ on Instagram. You'll find a lot of content with motorcycles, sports cars, and like different FPV videos and drones, all that stuff. So really good content on there. But I'm building a marketing business, so I haven't been filming a bunch of videos. Just focusing on that. Kind of been ghost mode right now, but eventually I'll be posting, with a nice little car. So that's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Like coming in 2026, I see it already. All right, bet, man. Well, I appreciate you for hopping on. Tell me who I'm here with, man. What do you do?
Yo, I'm Steven. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I'm currently going to school with a finance major using my GI Bill.
Oh, dope. What made you want to get into the finance space?
When I was a kid, one of the big influences on my life was a movie called The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
And then before that, there were like several other movies involving like the stock market, right? So through just like personal research and interest, like I got slowly but surely into like crypto and like stocks and bonds, securities in general.
Yep.
So got out of the military and decided I wanted to pursue that industry, and now I'm getting my major
what
in
you're
it.
doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, bro.
You want to know what's crazy?
What's up?
I'm a day trader.
You're a day trader too?
I am.
I fucking don't like day trade. I
Got
think
it.
y'all are high volatile,
Go ahead and get
high
out.
risk adrenaline junkies with
Really?
very little strategy. No, honestly, long-term trading always works, bro. Like,
Okay. I always like meeting other people that are like
traders
already into like the
in the
investing
stock market,
space.
bro. Dude, I'm a fucking economics nerd, bro.
Yeah?
Like finance, economics, and politics.
Look at this guy, chat. That's what I'm talking about. You just never know who you meet. That's what I'm talking about, man.
You never know who you're
I've
gonna
been
meet.
trading for 5 years though.
Really?
And I've been doing it for full time for the past 3.
What's your average annual return?
I'm gonna say this year I've hit 7.
You
figure.
7%. No. What's your average annual return? Like how much annually, percentage-wise, did you return money in plus money back? Like how much?
I don't know the percentage to be honest.
Okay. Let me ask you this: How much money? How much money have you put into the market? Whether it's
With,
crypto,
like this year or
no, grand total.
Grand total,
How much
I
money
probably-
have you put into the market or crypto or whatever the fuck?
probably in total I probably say like 17,000.
17,000. Okay, and then how much money have you made?
I made 7 figures this year.
7 figures.
Indeed.
So through $17,000, you've successfully grown that into over $1 million or $1 million.
Correct. So I trade UJ. So USD JPY.
You Japan?
Yeah.
So like Toyota, Mitsubishi, Hayabusa, not Hayabusa, that's not a fucking thing anymore.
So that's more like stock wise though.
Okay.
I'm talking about like literally the foreign exchange market. So USD.
See, I don't know anything about like that.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that strategy. I know the way I do it and the way my friends do it.
Right.
But I don't know exactly. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Like,
Yeah,
dude, congratulations! You've turned $17,000 to $1 million.
Yeah.
Over how many years?
That was this year. But I've been trading for 5 years.
But you've been trading, so it's taken you 5 years to learn how to turn $17,000 into $1 million.
Correct. But I became profitable 3 years ago.
Fuck.
So I left my job 3 years ago and I've been doing it full time.
How old are you?
24.
You're 24. It's tax season. How have taxes been hurting you lately? Like, is it like short-term gains tax that takes like 40% or something? I'm not 100% sure. Like
it's like capital gains.
Yeah, capital gains
tax. Yeah, but you can always get around it if you have a business, write-offs, like stuff like that. So I have a business where I mentor people. So I have a lot of write-offs. I put all that earnings under my business, and now that's reduced greatly. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. He said, question number 3, man. The question is, what are you most passionate about? But it sounds like you're already.
What am I most passionate?
Yeah, most passionate about.
Yeah, honestly, I'm most passionate and just like figuring out the most efficient way, most effective way, not only improving myself, but improving my future to acquire the things that I want in life, right?
Okay.
So, like, one of my long-term goals is a wife and kids, you know?
Right.
So, like, yeah, like, well, I'm very, very passionate about acquiring the bag so I can afford to, you know, like,
Have a life.
have a wife and then kids. Because, like, one of my long-term goals is to send my kids to private school. That is going to be like 30 grand a year per kid, you know, for a good one, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, like, I wasn't happy, and then I decided to make some change in my life, and now I'm happy. Now I've decided to make further changes to be happier.
Okay.
Right? And then there's also, again, long-term goals that I have in my life.
Of course.
That I would be happy to achieve. So I'm willing to put in the effort to achieve those long-term goals so I can be happy.
Yeah, I feel you.
You feel
I
me?
feel you.
Okay.
So what's one goal that you have in 2026 that you're like, this is what I want to accomplish, this is what I will accomplish?
I'd like to break a six-figure income in 2026. By the end of 2026, I want my W-2 to say I make at least six figures in income.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, y'all heard it here first, chat. The guy, the man of the hour. Yeah, look at this guy, man. Where can we find you at, man? You be on like socials or anything?
You want my Insta?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you, Steven. And I'll make sure I get you in there, dog.
All right, you have a good night, sir.
Take care, man. Be safe.
My name is Jasmine. This is
Kiana with the Q. No, you.
homeboy. What's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Elijah.
Which y'all know him? Elijah. Thank you for putting us. Exactly. This is your camera, so
Correct.
you guys know him.
What am I passionate about? I'm passionate about impacting people. How do I want to impact people? So I'm a day trader, and I have a business where I mentor people, and I teach them basically how to make money on their phone.
You want to impact people financially.
Financially, correct. But also mentality. I'm really big on mindset as well. Because you need that. You need a good mentality to do anything. You got to know your why, what, and how. So why do you do what you do? What do you want it to do for you? And how are you going to make that happen? Those are my three questions. So anytime you want to do something, I always think about those three.
Ooh, that's tough.
Good. So, what'd you say?
That's tough.
All right, you guys. So that's probably gonna wrap up the video. Appreciate you guys for watching. All these people that I connected with, you know, it's been phenomenal. Just having the conversations with them, learning their stories, learning what helps them create that impact, who's impacted them, and how they want to just carry on in their life, man. You know, we're about to enter a new year. And like I said, man, like we got a lot of goals, a lot of things to do, and you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they have different goals than you. Other people, they don't have the same mindset and things that they want to do like you do. So don't compare yourself to other people, man. You just got to put yourself in a position where you're already having momentum, where you're already having, you know, moving with momentum and efficiency. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you do, that's what I always talk about. With that being said, y'all, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, King Malone. Like this video, comment what you guys thought of the video. And I'm going to do more social experiments in 2026 where I'm probably going to have more interviews. I'm going to meet a lot more people because you just never know who needs to meet you, and you never know who you need to meet, and you never know the connections that you can have. So if that's you, go ahead and like the video, comment what you guys think, subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video, man. I'm gone.